Hello and welcome to the Encyclopedia YouTube channel. Today we're off on a marvelous adventure to a city that simply sparkles with character. A place nestled in the north of Portugal where history and vibrant life flow together just like the river that defines it. We are, of course, talking about the magnificent city of Porto. It's a place that feels both ancient and wonderfully alive, a city that has given its name not only to the country itself, but also to the world-famous fortified wine that matures in its cellars. It's a city that truly captures the heart from the moment you arrive. Porto isn't just another dot on the map. It's a living, breathing tapestry of stories woven into every colourful tile and winding alleyway. Perched on the steep banks of the Douro River, its historic centre is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And it's not hard to see why. The city's landscape is a dramatic cascade of terracotta-roofed houses, grand churches and imposing granite buildings, all tumbling down towards the water's edge. It has a certain grit, a hard-working spirit that sets it apart from the sun-drenched resorts of the south, offering a more soulful, authentic glimpse into Portuguese life. One simply cannot speak of Porto without mentioning its iconic bridges, particularly the Dom Luís I Bridge. This colossal double-decker iron arch, a masterpiece designed by a student of Gustav Eiffel, is the city's emblem. Walking across its upper deck offers the most breathtaking panoramic views, with the old town of Porto on one side and the lodges of Vila Nova de Gaia on the other. It's a sight that stays with you long after you've left, a perfect symbol of a city that bridges the past with the present so effortlessly and with such style. The atmosphere here is utterly intoxicating. It's a city to be explored on foot, to get lost in its labyrinthine streets known as calçadas. Around every corner you might discover a hidden square, a tiny traditional shop, or a magnificent azulejo-tiled mural telling a piece of Portugal's history. These blue and white ceramic tiles are everywhere, adorning the facades of churches like the Chapel of Souls and the São Bento train station, turning simple buildings into extraordinary works of public art. It is this attention to detail and beauty that makes Porto so endlessly fascinating. What truly makes Porto so special, however, is its people. The inhabitants, known as Portuenses, are renowned for their straightforward and hard-working nature. There is an unmistakable pride in their city, a deep-rooted sense of identity that is both fierce and incredibly welcoming. They have a reputation for being grafters, a trait born from the city's long history as a bustling commercial and industrial hub. This spirit is palpable in the lively markets and the traditional family-run businesses that have been passed down through generations, each one a testament to the city's enduring resilience. The culture here is deeply connected to its working-class roots. Unlike the more cosmopolitan air of Lisbon, Porto feels more grounded, more authentic. The local dialect has its own unique cadence and expressions, and there's a genuine warmth in the interactions you'll have, whether you're buying fresh bread from a local padaria or simply asking for directions. The people of Porto are direct, but their directness is coupled with a sincere generosity that makes you feel less like a tourist and more like a welcome guest in their home. It's a city that doesn't put on airs. What you see is what you get. This distinct character is beautifully reflected in the city's traditions. One of the most vibrant celebrations is the Festa de São João, or the Festival of St. John, held on the 23rd of June. It's an extraordinary night where the entire city comes alive with street parties, music and dancing. Locals and visitors alike take to the streets armed with plastic hammers, playfully bonking each other on the head for good luck. It's a wonderfully bizarre and joyous tradition culminating in a spectacular fireworks display over the Douro River. It perfectly encapsulates the city's fun-loving and slightly eccentric soul. Another unique cultural aspect is the city's profound connection to the Douro River and the Atlantic Ocean. This relationship has shaped its history, its economy, and its people for centuries. You can see it in the traditional Rebello boats, the flat-bottomed vessels once used to transport wine barrels from the vineyards of the Douro Valley. Though now mostly used for tourist cruises, these boats are a constant, beautiful reminder of the river's vital role in Porto's story. This maritime heritage gives the city a rugged, windswept charm that is entirely its own. Now, one cannot possibly visit Porto without indulging in its wonderfully hearty and distinctive cuisine. The food here is a reflection of the city itself, robust, generous, and utterly unforgettable. While Portugal is famous for its seafood, Porto offers dishes that are uniquely its own, born from a history of practicality and making the most of every ingredient. The city's signature dish is a perfect example of this. It is a culinary experience that you simply will not find anywhere else in the country, a true testament to the inventive spirit of the Portuenses. Let's talk about the legendary Francesinha. The name translates to Little Frenchy, but there is absolutely nothing little about it. It is a monstrous, magnificent sandwich, a true icon of Porto. Imagine this: layers of cured ham, fresh sausage and steak, all tucked between two thick slices of bread covered in melted cheese, and then drowned in a rich, secret tomato and beer sauce. It's often topped with a fried egg and served with a mountain of chips. It's not just a meal, it's an event, a challenge, and a deliciously comforting dish that embodies the city's bold character. Another local delicacy that speaks to Porto's history is tripas à moda do Porto, or Porto-style tripe. This dish is so integral to the city's identity that it has earned the people of Porto the nickname tripeiros, or tripe eaters. The story goes that when Henry the Navigator was preparing his ships for exploration in the 15th century, the people of Porto gave all their best meat to the sailors, keeping only the offal for themselves. From this they created a hearty stew of tripe, beans, sausage and vegetables. It is a dish born of sacrifice and ingenuity, and wearing the name Tripeiro is a badge of honor. And of course, no discussion of Porto's culinary scene would be complete without mentioning the divine nectar that is port wine. The rolling hills of the Douro Valley are where the grapes are grown, but it is here in the cool, dark cellars of Vila Nova de Gaia, just across the river, that the wine is aged to perfection. Taking a tour of one of these historic port lodges is an essential Porto experience. You can learn about the intricate process of making this fortified wine and, most importantly, sample the different varieties, from a rich, fruity ruby to a complex, nutty tawny. What truly sets Porto apart from other cities in Portugal is its unique combination of industrial heritage and breathtaking beauty. The city doesn't hide its hard-working past, it celebrates it. You can see this in the ironwork of the bridges, the granite stone of the buildings, and the enduring presence of the port wine cellars. This gritty, authentic character coexists harmoniously with moments of incredible artistry, such as the stunning Livraria Lello, a bookshop so magical it is said to have inspired J.K. Rowling. Its neo-Gothic facade and famous crimson staircase make it feel like stepping into another world. The city's topography also makes it utterly unique. Unlike the relatively flat terrain of Lisbon, Porto is a city of hills, steep inclines and dramatic viewpoints. This means that a simple walk can turn into a bit of a workout, but the rewards are always worth it. From the gardens of the Crystal Palace, you can gaze out over the river, or from the viewpoint at Serra da Pilar, you can witness the entire cityscape unfold before you at sunset. This constant change in elevation creates a dynamic and visually stunning urban landscape, where every turn reveals a new and spectacular vista. Furthermore, the presence of Vila Nova de Gaia on the opposite bank of the Douro creates a wonderful duality. While technically a separate city, Gaia is intrinsically linked to Porto. It is the home of the Port wine lodges, and its Riverside promenade offers what are arguably the best views of Porto's colourful Ribeira district. Crossing the Dom Luís Bridge from Porto to Gaia feels like stepping into a different part of the same experience, shifting your perspective and allowing you to appreciate the city's beauty from a new angle. This symbiotic relationship between the two riverbanks is a defining feature of the area. In the end, Porto is a city of contrasts that work in perfect harmony. It is grand yet intimate, historic yet buzzing with modern creativity, hard-working yet wonderfully relaxed. It's a city that invites you to slow down, to savor a glass of port by the river, to wander without a map and to simply soak in its incredible atmosphere. It may not always have the polished glamour of other European destinations, but it offers something far more valuable, a genuine, soulful and unforgettable experience. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the heart of Porto, please do like this video and subscribe to the Encyclopedia channel for more adventures.